you could say something to Donald Trump right now, what would you say?
Donald Trump! You can suck my left nut, you can get him!
Hey, what's going on, everyone? So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down some of the highlights, or dare say lowlights, of the ICE protests that have erupted throughout the country this entire week. So some videos have stood out to me, some crazy things have been going on. I'm going to chime in and give my 2 cents. But before we get into the video, I want to let you know that this video is sponsored by Latino.com. That is my Latino streetwear brand where we take trends, remix them with Latino culture, and you can rock some fresh gear. So I'm currently rocking the Puro Pinche Juicy Tortas Ninja Turtles inspired t-shirt along with the Puro Pinche Juicy Tortas snapback fully stitched hat. Those are going to be available for a limited time in our store. And if you watch this video, comment torta at checkout for 20% off. It's only good for the next 24 hours. Now, with that being said, guys, let's go right into the video. Okay, so we got our first video here. Let's go ahead and check it out. That's it. I was expecting more. So this guy with maybe a 10-foot or like 3 or 4 yard ramp up goes right into a horde of police officers and is immediately taken down. Oh my god, dude, if this was like The Dark Knight with the scene where he like goes into the motorcycle and ends, like you would have been like, dude, give me my money back, this movie sucks. And then you hear the guy go, hey! Like, I don't know if he's upset that the cops are now batoning the living daylights out of him, or he was just like, hey, I was expecting more. Let's go back and listen to that. Hey! Oh man, this is like bad. This needs a full rewind. So let's go and start off, right? He's surrounded right now with people on their phones, so people know this is gonna go down. Like, this is this dude's big moment right here. And you know, somebody should have told him, like, dude, if you're gonna go like full motorcycle through a horde of cops, like, you should probably, you know, give yourself some time to like build up some speed. Oh, and of course he's rocking the Salvadorian flag. Which, to be fair to Salvadorians that were born here, it's pretty much as smart as they get, guys. That's some Latin on Latin beef right there, Mexicans and Salvadorians. So we can't be too hard on them. By the way, Mexicans making fun of Salvadorians, it's the same thing as if Southerners making fun of New Yorkers. All right, it's all love, but we can make fun of it, okay? Because we're all part of the same cultura, as you would say. All right. Hey! So he's immediately taken down. Cops immediately pounce on him. I mean, this is essentially like putting a mouse in a snake pit. Okay? It's not going to end well. And at this point, like, I don't know the exact charge. I know it's like if you intentionally drive your vehicle into anyone, it is a manslaughter attempt charge, right? So it's like, and I don't know if it's attempted murder. Well, I guess it is it's premeditated, I should say. So yeah, this is a serious charge, dude. Like, you cannot just drive into a horde. And this is where I go back to, like, why are the cops so skitty? Why are they so, trigger happy? Why are the cops so aggressive? It's like, it's because of dudes like this. Like, don't cheer this on. People cheer this on and then get mad when a cop is just freaking rubber bulleting other people. Like, they're seeing this too. They're experiencing it, right? So again, there's a way to protest. We should have an official handbook. This is not the way to do it, obviously. Yep, and then of course, well, this is a reaction, right? Guy drives in, try to take out cops on a motorcycle, they pounce on him, then the crowd starts circling the cops, and then now they're firing. Now, again, if you're caught in this and you're seeing this, get out, right? If you're like, I just want to protest against immigration rights. Okay, this has gone too far. Get yourself out of there. This has gone beyond immigration rights. This is now currently a crime scene. Shooting. I mean, okay, yeah, he's shot towards the ground. He's just trying to scare people off. This dude right here, if you're wearing any type of like winter wear beanie in the dead of June on the streets of Los Angeles, just immediately arrest you. because you're either a hipster or you're up to no good. I don't trust you. I don't trust people who wear winter clothing in the dead of summer. At least we're waving an American flag there. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and watch our next one. Let's see what happens here, because again, with every action, there's a reaction, right? So now we just saw a motorcycle go into a horde of cops, and now we're about to see, looks like a car go into a horde of people.
I've been playing the piano 90 minutes a day. I can't do that. I can't knit or crochet.
Why is someone sending their sweet old grandmother to protest? Like, I get it. This is the boomer generation. They feel like they need to be entitled to like every generation struggle. They're like, hey man, we protested the man in the 60s, desegregation, blah, blah, blah. Like, take a chill pill. This isn't Woodstock 99 or Woodstock 66, right? Woodstock 99 was actually pretty lit. This Woodstock was just a bunch of disgusting hippies that didn't shower and then said they were against the system and then all sold out and then became oil executives and started Silicon Valley, which is now essentially going to eliminate all human jobs. So thank you, boomers, for once again destroying more generations. But anyways, this woman should not be protesting. We need to put an age limit at protesting. I think the age limit should be 30 years old. Is that too young? No, it's not. I think it's young enough to where you'll look back 10 years from now and being like, why did I do that? Why did I spray paint and do all that dumb shit? Oh yeah, I was in my 20s, right? If you're over 30, you know better. You should not be at the protesting, throwing things, breaking things. You should face legal consequences. If you're in your 20s and you still think like you want to make a change, protesting, destroying stuff, my mind can at least compute that you're young enough to not know better. Although, 20s is much older, but whatever. 30s, there's no excuse for protesting at this point. You need to have a career. You need to have a job. If you really believe in it, pay money to organizations that are actually going to help immigrants or whatever cause you're protesting for. But directly to be feet on the ground protesting, leave that to people in their 20s, dude. That's really it. And if you're definitely over 50, 60 years old, I'd say if you're out protesting, I don't want my tax dollars funding it. You're on Social Security, you're on Medicaid. Also, your kids probably don't love you. That's why they're allowing you to go protest. I don't want government funded protest. And that's what we're doing. If you're a senior citizen, no protesting, okay?
I can't really type.
Do you remember hearing the car coming toward you? Do you remember seeing it?
I saw it. I don't know if I heard it, but
She kind of sounds like Jordan Peterson, right? She's like, I did not see the car, the vehicle. We were out protesting against the Marxist movement. What is God? Define God. What is your belief in God? Oh, man. She kind of looks like James May from Top Gear, right? You guys watch Top Gear?
I looked and there was a car.
There was a car. The car was God, and the Marxists were hijacking it. Why is she out protesting? She just said she plays piano for 90 minutes a day and then knits. This is a sweet old lady. She should be baking pies. She should be antiquing. She should be starting a small little Etsy store and selling her knitting supplies on there to make ends meet on top of her Social Security. She should be already buying your Christmas gifts right now. Why is she out protesting, dude? This is boomers wanting to put their thumbprint on every generation struggle. Gosh, somebody get your mom, dude.
A red car accelerating at us.
I'm starting to feel bad about what I've said because it seems she's a little not playing with a full deck.
And my husband got out of the way.
Your husband? I blame the husband then, dude. Dude, you should know better, dude. This is why you got to put the pants on the relationship. Honey, we're not going out protesting, all right? You just say it. In this household, we're done protesting. Okay, let's enjoy our retirement. We worked for 35 years. We should not be protesting. I blame the husband at this point and the children.
Way I apparently didn't And then I think I blanked out, and
I mean, she was tapped. It's a car that was obviously trying to get out of the way.
I came to when
Stupid.
people had gotten me to the sidewalk and were asking me if I needed an ambulance, and I said yes, because I felt like I had hit my head, and you better get that.
Anybody with also round rim glasses, just, again, write a speech, put the speech out there, do something else. Shouldn't
Checked out.
Catch the latest on this story at Fox 32 on Fox Local.
This is our city.
Oh boy, this one's gone viral, man. I've seen this. This honestly looks like an overgrown 5th grade right here. By the way, this getup. Let's just look at this getup for a second before we go into this. So we're gonna call this Latina Bowser, right? So let's start off with the helmet, right? So the helmet is nowhere near fitting on that head. Look how far the ear cover is from her actual ear. I mean, we are looking at a gap right here, a gap wide enough that Evel Knievel would try to jump, right? The second thing here is I love that the chin strap is not even anywhere near connecting, and of course we have the COVID mask resting on the third chin. I mean, this is just This looks like an activist. This is like if you could just put out a casting notice for like the final boss at an Antifa rally. This is it right here. We got the goggles, right, which are suctioned onto this face right here. And then my favorite part of this whole getup is the utility vest, right, that is just hanging over because there was no attempt at making this utility vest connect, right, to where it would actually be functionable right now. Right now, it's just like a flap hanging on. It's basically like a mud flap on an 18-wheeler tire, right? Just hanging on, it's loose. It goes whichever the wind directs it or whatever belch or fart comes out of this. That is my favorite part. And then to top it all off, right, we have the fanny pack with an extender with the gloss finish on it. I mean, this looks like when you tell a toddler, right? Like whenever it's summer, right? And, you know, the mom just stops caring. And you're just like, yeah, let the toddler dress himself. Let the kid wear whatever they want to wear. And then this is how they come out. And you're like, okay, well, if we're going to be out in public, we need to at least change. But for around the house, you can wear this. This is what this looks like. This looks like an overgrown 5th grader with the mind of a toddler making themselves dress. So let's go into what this thing is going to say.
City, and this was Mexico. You can't kick us out of the land that was ours.
Okay, so I've heard this argument before. So obviously you guys know, if you're watching this channel, Mexico lost the war to the United States through Manifest Destiny. You can argue whether Manifest Destiny was moral or immoral. It doesn't matter. It was a war that was waged, and Mexico lost the war. Now, the United States compensated Mexico for the land because Mexico used a lot of resources to fight against the Americans. But I'll tell you the one mistake the United States made was that they kept everything in Spanish, right? San Diego, Los Angeles, Sacramento, which means sacrament. Like, the United States should have done is just rename everything in English. That way, at least people would understand, like, okay, there was a war fought and the U.S. renamed everything. Whenever you just go in and just leave everything the same original language, that's when you have people here thinking that the land was stolen. It was not stolen. Trust me, I wish California was part of Mexico still. The reason being is because maybe there'd be less income taxes. As someone who lives here, I'm like, if we were in Mexico, I'd be paying less income tax. But that's not the case, right? And this is the one mistake. Instead of Los Angeles, it should have been named like McKinleyville, right? Instead of San Diego, it should have been named like Roosevelt's Town. Like those dumb like town names. You're like, I've never even heard of this place. Should have named it that instead of like keeping these cool Spanish sounding names, right?
Donald Trump!
Fascism, Donald Trump. Okay.
Let our people free!
Okay, and let our people free. That's a 3 out of 3 on the Antifa scorecard there.
¡Suelta nuestra gente!
This is the final boss when you get to the Chinese buffet. This is like what my Thea would wear, like if she was kicked out of a Chinese buffet for like, you know, putting them on the brink of bankruptcy due to the all-you-can-eat policy. and then she comes back to like fight off the cooks and the owners. This is what she would be looking like right now. The same energy.
What's the wind blower for?
Just for the fucking tear gas to blow it back at those motherfuckers. If you have a fucking blower, bring it up. Push it back. We will not do 1992 again with the fucking tanks. I was 12 then. I'm 44 now.
That is a hard 45. That is a 45 in dog years, if you ask me.
I will die for my fucking kids.
What do these people think, dude? I mean, can we test that theory? And then you have the luchador next to her, dude, with the ski mask on. This looks like Mexican lucha libre characters right here, dude.
And all of these young people are here are my fucking kids because I'm an LA native mom.
I don't think she's actually yelling through the bullhorn. I think that's just her normal voice. I don't think the bullhorn is even activated at this point.
These are my fucking children you're fighting. You make your best if you can.
She pulls out the horn. It's the same volume. The bullhorn was not even working the whole time.
Hear me? Expect me to your office on Monday for attacking my children.
Oh my gosh, dude. So this is what I love too, man, is now they're turning on the mayor, which, you know, when you're on this side of the aisle, and honestly any aisle, right? But like when you're on this side of the aisle, if you're not believing whatever the group believes at that very moment and have that opinion, then they will literally toss you aside. So like Mayor Bass, right? Like everyone was praising the mayor because, you know, she clapped back at the president, right? Donald Trump. And everyone was praising her. And then now that she's at least like foregoing the sanctuary city law and letting ICE do what they need to do in order to keep federal funding, now everyone's turned on her. And it just goes to show you, like, dude, anytime you associate yourself with a group, it's never enough. It's always going to keep eroding and eroding and eroding. So I love seeing just from the outside, like the self-destruction happening.
You could say something to Donald Trump right now. What would you say?
Donald Trump, you can suck my left nut, you can get him.
I think that's a redeeming quality. Even if you like are obsessed with Donald Trump, and a lot of Latinos voted for Donald Trump, right? So like, there's a lot of Latinos that are like, "Hey man, don't talk about my president like that, dog." But that's just funny. So I love that. Like, you will never see like a woke activist. Like, this is why like I think this character right here has gone viral so much, because it's basically like an extremely heightened Latin version of like just extremism on the woke side, saying "suck my left nut." It's very progressive because we don't know what they identify as. It could have testicles. We don't know.
Drawer, you're just mad that Salma Hayek wouldn't give you the time of day.
Did I miss that? Was there a time where Donald Trump tried to hook up with Salma Hayek? I mean, to be fair, Salma Hayek would not give any of us the time. So, by the way, that in a way makes me kind of respect Trump even more, that he shot his shot at Selma, because there is not a man alive that would not attempt to shoot his shot. So I don't knock Trump against that. In fact, that actually makes me respect him just a bit more.
And because Connor shine will make you look like a loser.
Okay, so that is ridiculous, because like I know the Mexican president right now, if you go on TikTok or Instagram, dude, the Mexican president is of Jewish heritage, and Mexicans are just destroying her in every comment section, using a lot of anti-Semitic slurs. I will say that, as someone who is just an outsider and looking at that, like I like how a lot of Latinos are like, "Hey man, we need to be respected. We respect my cultura, blah blah blah." And then when it comes to like people of Jewish descent, like they'll be like, "Hey, blah, blah." And yeah, I can't say it on this channel, but they are going in. So I'm just saying this, man. If you are saying one thing and expect to be treated a different way, like don't expect. What I'm saying is, don't expect Jews to come into your defense when it comes to this. All right, they're fighting their own battles, right? And if you're attacking them, they're going to turn a blind eye. That's why a lot of Latinos are like, "Hey man, how come these groups aren't standing up for our rights? Blah, blah, blah." And it's like, dude, have you seen what you've said in the comment section? They're reading that shit too, you know? All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see more content, go ahead and click on the subscribe button to this channel and go to Latino.com. Type in code TORTA for the next 24 hours to get your very own Puro Pinche Juicy Tortas Ninja Turtle inspired t-shirt.